Welcome to the University of Iowa's 2020 spring commencement. I offer my heartiest congratulations to all the graduates at this very special moment in your lives. And I also want to extend a special thanks to all the family, friends, teachers, and mentors who've played a crucial role in your achievements and your success. Graduates, don't ever forget that many people helped get you here today, and remember to help others in your lives. Help pay it back. Now, we're recognizing your graduation this year in a unique way, but our pride in your accomplishments remains as strong and bright as at any Iowa commencement. As always, we stand together as Hawkeyes today with strength, purpose, and pride. We're honored to send you, our professional school graduates, off as part of the great Iowa legacy. If you're staying in Iowa to practice or continue your education, you'll be joining an impressive professional community of Iowa alumni. If you're moving on elsewhere, we're grateful that you will be bringing your knowledge and Iowa excellence to your new communities beyond our state's borders. We know that you will represent yourself, your university, and your profession with honor and integrity, and that you will make people's lives better through your compassion, your talent, and your newly minted skills. We will always welcome you back to our campus when you can come, and we do in fact hope you'll be able to join us again for an in-person graduation ceremony in the coming year. Once again, congratulations, good luck, and best wishes for great success in the wonderful years that lie ahead of you. We are very, very proud of you.
On behalf of the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I congratulate each and every one of you graduating today. The most essential mission of Iowa's public universities is the education of our citizens for lives of prosperity and service. Today, we celebrate the successful completion of that mission. Iowans have known from the beginning of statehood that knowledge, critical thinking, and cultural understanding are essential to student success and happiness and to the well-being of the state and our larger society. We celebrate the value of education in our state by honoring you today, our wonderful graduates of the University of Iowa. Today you embark on an exciting new chapter of your life. You will enjoy many personal and professional successes. You will share your talents to create a better future for us all. And as you do, take pride in being a shining example of how support from all of the people of Iowa and our public representatives in government is essential to the foundation in education that underscores the strength of the state of Iowa as well as our entire state. Once again, congratulations to you all. The Board of Regents, State of Iowa, is very proud now to call you alumni of the University of Iowa.
Greetings, graduating students, family, and friends. We are all heartbroken that we can't be together in person on this special day, and that you are not enjoying the grand celebration you deserve, surrounded by your peers, family, friends, and the faculty and staff who have cheered you along the way and who are all so proud of you. I am personally deeply disappointed that I will not be able to shake your hand as you walk across the stage and congratulate you in person. But even if I can only do so virtually, it is no less of a privilege and a joy for me to celebrate the dedicated endeavor, accomplishments, and unique qualities of the very fine members of our graduating class of spring 2020. Graduates, you should be so proud of what you have achieved. Please know that we could not be more proud of you, and we are honored to have traveled with you on your academic journey. I hope you will also remember that what you have accomplished and what you have gained during your time with us cannot be conveyed with a transcript or summarizing a diploma. For in addition to receiving the highest quality of education inside and outside the classroom, you have received an education in life from each other. You have formed irreplaceable friendships with your peers and with your mentors, relationships formed during good times and bad. You have faced daunting challenges, including this unprecedented spring semester, and you have navigated them with resilience and determination. Those qualities and those relationships will serve you well no matter where your journey takes you next. As you leave this university, your university, you are carrying on a long tradition of excellence. Go forward with confidence. Do great things, large and small. I know you will always be proud to call the University of Iowa your alma mater, just as we will always be proud to claim you as a member of the Hawkeye family. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Good evening. My name is Brooks Jackson, and I serve as University of Iowa Vice President for Medical Affairs and Dean of the Roy J. and Lucille A. Carver College of Medicine. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you tonight as we celebrate the Carver College of Medicine class of 2020. This evening's graduates will receive degrees from two distinct Carver College of Medicine programs, the Master in Medical Education degree and the Doctor of Medicine degree. To all of tonight's graduates, and on behalf of the Carver College of Medicine, we join your families and friends in celebrating the culmination of your commitment, growth, and academic achievements. This is truly a defining moment on the path to your medical careers. And now it is my honor to turn the podium over to Dr. Christopher Cooper.
Thank you, Brooks. Good evening, everyone. I, too, want to welcome you to the commencement for the Carver College of Medicine class of 2020. I must admit, this is more difficult without a live audience. Uh-oh, I see I've gone and hurt Dave Etler's feelings, who's here recording me. So I guess, technically, he is a live audience. It's just that he's wearing this full biohazard suit, which is a little off-putting and it's kind of hard to connect with. But that's actually something Dave started a long time ago when he found out I was a urologist. We're currently filming this during the COVID surge in Iowa, and I can tell you, things are really tense. People are so nervous. Now, this is where, if I was doing this in front of a live audience, someone would shout out, "How nervous are they?" And I'd reply, "They're so nervous that guys are actually washing their hands before they use the urinal." Trust me, that's pretty nervous. Now, at this point, I suspect some of you are wondering, did he really just make a COVID urology joke during commencement? And the answer to that question is, I hope so. Dave here never laughs, so it's a little hard to know if that flicker of movement I saw on his face was the start of a smile or just a grimace. At any rate, I decided the best thing I could offer all of you this evening is to try to resist human nature's way of focusing on what's been lost whenever we're faced with a new change. Instead, I want to focus and celebrate on what we have and on the positive aspects that change brings. So even though we're not holding your commencement in the traditional fashion, this is still a very happy event. You guys are great, and you've done great things, and most importantly, you're going to do great things. That's why tonight is a celebration. Audience, these soon-to-be doctors are an incredible force for good in the world. The positive impact they will have on people and society is huge. The COVID crisis demonstrates the world's understanding and appreciation of the service it needs and that you will provide. So while you're thinking about this as a reason to celebrate graduation this evening, and having been through a lot of graduations myself, let me tell you what I think this entire audience is not missing this evening, which may help take some of the sting out of not gathering in person. You're not missing getting dressed up in uncomfortable clothes, loading everyone in the car and trying to make sure you arrive in plenty of time, finding a place to park and dealing with the Iowa weather as you make your way into Hampshire, fighting your way to stand in line for the public restroom before the show begins, waiting to wash your hands before you use the urinal, sitting in a packed auditorium wondering if there's any chance you're going to be able to get a decent picture of your loved one, looking at the list of names and wondering, how long is this show going to last? Wishing you had stood in that line to use the restroom after all. Wondering if the old guy in front of you didn't have the physical capability of holding that one in, or if he was just too old to care about societal norms anymore. Wondering if it was actually the old lady sitting next to him. Calculating how many names per minute are being read off and extrapolating how much longer was going to last. Wondering if you started crying like that baby did if someone would take you outside too. And finally, wishing that somehow you could be in the comfort of your home watching this as a recording with free access to food, drink, restroom, and the possibility of playing it at double speed. So there you have it. A collective wish came true, a silver lining. At any rate, count your many blessings, and let's continue to celebrate these outstanding new physicians tonight. I can promise you that this truly is a great class, full of remarkable individuals and remarkable accomplishments. As you'd expect, they're very bright. In fact, this class had the highest average Step 1 and Step 2 scores on their USMLE board examinations in our collegiate history. Now would be a good time to applaud. They've set a high bar even higher. And on behalf of all the previous classes whose records you shattered, and for the classes that follow you, I'm sure I speak for their good-natured competitive spirit when I say, nice job. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Why are you guys still here? This class has also been very involved in extracurricular activities, including service to the school, the community, and the underserved, both near and far. In fact, 73 of these students, nearly half of them, are graduating tonight on one of the distinction tracks. These are completely voluntary tracks that require additional work and effort outside of the curriculum, and they include areas such as research, service, global activities, teaching, and healthcare delivery and management. I can also tell you that every one of these remarkable people has been involved in some of these extracurricular activities. Over the last several months, many of them have organized and volunteered with activities to help the hospital and the public during this crisis. Okay, your actions have demonstrated that you're a smart class, a caring class, and a class that's been very involved in many extracurricular activities and well-deserving of a medical degree. But before all of that goes to your head, let me point out that there are many lessons you can still learn, and that we did not teach you in medical school. Going forward throughout your life and your career, there are going to be many different teachers, and some of the best teachers you will have will be your patients. If you start to listen to your patients and ask the right questions, you will become much wiser in matters that count every bit as much as the lessons you learned in medical school. I truly believe you can learn something from every patient encounter. In addition, you can and should also learn from your mistakes. And even though you are great, you will make mistakes. No one is perfect. We might not have stressed that one enough in medical school, although it is something I brought up and told you at orientation. Tonight, you deserve to feel godlike, but you are not a god, nor should you hold yourself to that standard. However, I'm not letting you off the hook completely, and would remind you of the words of Vince Lombardi. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. I've got 2 brief lessons that have been reinforced to me recently that I want to try and impart tonight before you officially become doctors. I can't predict how you're going to practice medicine, but I can predict it's going to be very different. This crisis has led many of us to start using telehealth for our patient visits. And now that providers are becoming comfortable with the technology and patients realize that for many common problems, they don't need to miss a day of work and drive to the hospital and sit in our waiting rooms to finally see their doctor in person for several minutes. I believe telemedicine is going to become a common practice. In a similar fashion, the Zoom technology and virtual meetings have many advantages and will also become more prevalent. With that said, think about your commencement tonight. There may be some advantages that I highlighted, but there's also something lost, and it is not the same as being here together. Don't fool yourself into thinking that with telehealth you will form the same connection, experience, or level of communication that you would with an in-person patient encounter. Along that line, I can tell you that even the face shields we have to wear feel like a barrier to me when trying to connect with my patients in clinic. As human beings, we are social creatures, and to paraphrase the words of the boss, Bruce Springsteen, sorry, Brooks, we all need that human touch. Actions do speak louder than words, and laying on of the hands, reaching out and touching someone by shaking their hand or patting them on the shoulder, conveys your compassion and speaks volumes. This brings me to my second lesson. Never miss an opportunity to demonstrate compassion. Compassion is defined as sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. As you all know, my younger brother died unexpectedly and tragically several weeks ago. I deeply appreciate the compassion the medical students demonstrated for me and my family during this difficult time. What you don't know is that I saw him the day before he died when he was ill in his apartment. I knew he was sick, but didn't realize how grave the situation was. It was morning, and I was on my way into Murph for a meeting, but I brought him some groceries and picked up his apartment a bit and took out some trash. He was lying in bed, and we talked briefly, but I was in a hurry to go to my meeting. And I never touched him. I didn't shake his hand or fist bump him or just lay a hand on him to further demonstrate that I cared. I missed that opportunity to demonstrate my compassion in that manner. And as a physician, I should have known better. That omission haunts me. You're a bright class. You get the point. Don't miss a chance to show your compassion. The COVID crisis will eventually pass, and with it, so too will our social distancing restrictions. When this happens, I hope you remember what you missed, and I hope you will appreciate the importance and utilize the simple yet powerful gestures of human contact in both your personal life and in your professional practice. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me tonight and for putting up with my attempt to reach out and touch you as a virtual demonstration of my compassion for our graduates and for this audience. This has been such a remarkable and incredible class, and it's been my privilege to serve you. And I do wish we were together so that I could give you the handshakes and pats on the back and even the occasional hug that each one of you deserves. I wish for each of you a fulfilling and rewarding career in life as you serve society in your role as medical doctors. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Hillary O'Brien, a fourth-year medical student from Fayette, Iowa. Hillary has been a well-respected and thoughtful student leader in the Carver College of Medicine. She held leadership positions within her learning community, and she served on the medical student government before becoming elected by her peers as student body president. She also took an active role in both clinical and preclinical curriculum changes within the college, first through participation in a course review liaison committee, then expanding to be a valuable member on both the Clinical Experiences Committee and the Medical Arts and Sciences Committee. Hillary has volunteered her time to the student-led mobile clinic as well as the Iowa City Free Medical Health Clinic. She has also helped organize the annual Doc Dash event, a 5K walk and run that raises funds for these clinics, which provides care to the medically underserved. She is also a co-host of the Short Coat podcast, an engaging and informative audio series in which Carver College of Medicine students discuss all aspects of medical school from their own unique experiences and perspectives. This summer, Hillary will begin residency training in obstetrics and gynecology at the University of Oklahoma Medical Center in Oklahoma City. We are pleased to have her introduce the speaker for this year's Carver College of Medicine's commencement address. Please welcome Hillary O'Brien.
Thank you, Dr. Cooper. Before I introduce Dr. Sunija, I just wanted to say how honored and proud I am to have been your classmate and friend over the past 4 years. I know we're all going to go on and do amazing things. I am proud to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Dr. Manish Sunija. Dr. Sunija is a professor in the Carver College of Medicine's Department of Internal Medicine and its Division of Nephrology. He serves as the department's Vice Chair for Education, and he is the Director of the Internal Medicine Residency Program. Dr. Sunija is also the Director of the Clinical and Professional Skills strand in the Carver College of Medicine's curriculum, one of 3 major educational strands that extend through all 4 years of medical school and provide the experiences that lead to the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that are inherent to earning a medical degree. Dr. Sunija earned his medical degree at the Armed Forces Medical College in Pune, India. He completed residency training in internal medicine and fellowship training in nephrology at the University of Iowa. Dr. Sunija has authored many scientific publications, and he is the editor of De Gouwen's Diagnostic Examination, one of the most well-known clinical manuals of physical diagnosis. He has received numerous awards for excellence in education and scholarship, including the Collegiate Teaching Award in 2014, the Laureate Award from the Iowa chapter of the American College of Physicians in 2016, and too many to count Professor of the Year awards for medical students. He held the William and Sandra Meyer Professorship in Medical Education from 2015 to 2018, and he was also the recipient of the University of Iowa President and Provost Award for Teaching in 2018, the highest recognition awarded at the university and given only to the most outstanding faculty each year. Dr. Sunija epitomizes what it means to be an excellent teacher, mentor, scholar, and role model. His natural curiosity for science is infectious, and his ability to articulate clinical reasoning concepts has informed and inspired hundreds of students and residents to become critical thinkers and caring physicians. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Manish Sunija.
Thank you, Hillary and the class of 2020, for those kind words. I would like to express my gratitude for the privilege to speak with you on your special day. You've all worked very hard to reach this day, and I want to congratulate each one of you, Masters in Medical Education and Doctor of Medicine graduates, for your tremendous achievement. To start with, I would like to suggest that you say thank you. First and foremost, thank your families. They've stood by you, they've supported you, and today they share your joy, excitement, and pride. Thank your faculty and staff who have put so much time and effort into teaching you, guiding you, inspiring you, and sometimes pushing you. And thank each other, because you would have never reached this auspicious day without the friendship, support, and collaboration of your colleagues. At the onset, I do want to start with some of my wishes for all of you. May you act to preserve the finest traditions of our calling in a time of unrest, fear, and anxiety. May you long experience the joy of healing those who seek your help. May you find what brings you joy and be able to construct your life and career to have more of that. May you remember that you are human and learn from mistakes rather than let them paralyze or crush you. May you stay humble and ever hungry for new knowledge. May you love the next steps of your career, but realize that nothing is set in stone if you don't. May you be able to prioritize your own lives outside of work, your families, and get as close as possible to that perfect and elusive work-life balance. May you know that you can contact me at any time for any reason, and I hope you do. May you remember why you endured all that you have so far, and never forget the impact that you may have and will have on so many lives. Now that I have my wishes down for you, I would like to tell you why being a doctor is such a privilege. In medical schools and residency programs across the country, right now there is a profound sense of disruption. Match day celebrations the way we knew were canceled, and graduations are now virtual, including this one. How do I make sense of this? This is a question that everyone is asking amidst our unprecedented public health crisis, and it's the same question you might be wrestling with in these uncertain times. today, I want you to consider another perspective. This crisis isn't an interruption, but it is an intensification. This pandemic provides you a head start in one of the hardest aspects of being a physician: tolerating intellectual uncertainty and ambiguity. You have the privilege and honor of trying to figure out how to overcome these enormous challenges while also continuing to care for your fellow human beings. You must learn to act and negotiate your actions in the presence of uncertainty, not in the absence of it. Hippocrates is credited for reminding us that while judgment is fallible, it is also unavoidable. This is the great privilege of being a doctor. Because you uphold the ideals of our profession, you're able to make the hard choices in the best interest of your community and yourselves. Sometimes, enduring disease is more important than curing it. In these times, I urge you to reimagine the practice of medicine and reorient yourself from thinking about residency as just a job and instead embracing it as a calling. Let the foundation of your career be marked by the virtue of hope, rooted in doing the littlest things with the greatest of love. This upbeat attitude will help you not only as you transition to residency during this pandemic, but also sustain you as you progress through your role as a physician in years to come. In less than 6 weeks, each of you will be starting your residency. It will be exhilarating and frightening at the same time, but it will also be fun, stimulating, and rewarding. I still remember the first time somebody called me doctor. I was filled with pride, because being a doctor does that to you. You will be exposed to human suffering and love and hope in a roller coaster of a career. You will laugh and you will cry, and over time, you will become wise. You will find the knowledge, the guidelines, the rules, and the algorithms in books, and you can read them, memorize them, and convince yourself that that is what being a doctor really means. But as you progress through your careers, I would urge you to never lose sight of the fact that as doctors, you have a special responsibility, and for someone to actually put their trust in you and share their hopes and fears in you is a privilege. As part of this privilege, people will bestow upon you a great deal of respect. This respect can go many ways. You can be respected, but you must earn respect and you must give respect. Your patients will give you access to their innermost thoughts, fears, and wishes. You need to respect that. It can be very easy to get caught up in the trivialities of day-to-day practice of medicine and forget that our patients respect us and hang on to every word we say. Your patients will look to you as the one who heals, teaches, and comforts. You owe it to your patients to respond to them as one who appreciates the goodness that they see in you and respect them back. I would be lying if I told you that there won't be days where you would be stressed and frustrated. There will be times where you might feel crushed by impossible time constraints, ever more onerous bureaucratic demands, administrative requirements, phone calls, and insurance forms, all expected to be subsumed in the same workday. But on those days, you have to remind yourselves that the joy in medicine needs to come from the job itself. Taking care of the most vulnerable people in our healthcare system, our patients. And as tough as being a doctor can be at times, it totally pales in comparison to the tough life of being very sick. Yes, you will have some days which will be stressful and tiring. But the awe of discovering the human body, the honor of being trusted to give advice, and the gratitude for helping someone through a difficult illness more than compensates for these days. One of your biggest and greatest challenges in this information age will be to put your smartphone down and look away from the glowing computer screen. Looking up from its glowing screen will let you see your patient's downward stare as they tell you their deepest personal secrets. If recognized, a trusting doctor-patient relationship will blossom. If missed, a feeling that you don't care may result. Look and listen to connect with your patients. The year 2019 marked the 100th anniversary of Sir William Osler's last public speech. Still reeling from the death of his only son in the World War I, he had been asked to give the presidential inaugural address of the Classical Association at Oxford. He reminded his students, "The practice of medicine is an art based on science, whose main goals are to prevent disease, relieve suffering, and heal the sick." But he did warn them, it is a much harder thing to acquire the art rather than the science. In fact, the practice of medicine is a calling in which your heart will be exercised equally with your head. This evening, I also want to take some time to tell you what your new title doctor really means. Almost everyone who hears this title doctor thinks of a physician or a practitioner of medicine. But the title doctor does not mean physician. The word doctor is the adjunctive noun of the Latin verb docere, which means to teach. So the title, which beginning today you may abbreviate after your name as MD, really means teacher of medicine. Now I'm sure that you're all asking yourselves, who do I want you to teach? As teachers, you must have learners. Who will these learners be? Over the span of your medical career, you will teach 3 very different groups of learners. Your first group of learners will be medical students. I consider it a professional duty for a doctor of medicine to dedicate at least part of his or her time to the teaching of medical students. For me, teaching you has been an extremely rewarding task, and it is the task which I cherish the most and would not trade for anything. Your second group of learners will be your peers or colleagues. Here I include medical residents or physicians in training. Although you will all have similar foundational knowledge, each one of you will have a unique fund of knowledge, perspective, and experiences in your chosen field that no one else will have. And I want you all to share it with each other. Finally, and most importantly, your third group of learners will be your patients and their families. Do not let the lack of time be an excuse not to teach and educate your patients. This is the group of learners who in turn are going to teach you the most. While our profession always emphasizes that we should be lifelong learners of medicine, and indeed you must be that, I also want you to be lifelong teachers of medicine. All I ask is that in the future, whenever you look at the diploma on your office wall that reads Doctor of Medicine, you will remember what I put forth here today, and you will enthusiastically share your knowledge of medicine with your students, your colleagues, and your patients. I would like to end by giving you my top 15 words of wisdom, which I call the 15 simple sayings to sustain you. I'll start with number 15. Your families are extremely proud of you. You can't imagine the relief that you're finally finished. So now would be a good time to ask for money. Number 14. Seek mentors, as they will be invaluable in your journey as you progress. Number 13. Everyone looks good in a full-length white lab coat. Number 12. Keep in touch with your family and friends, as these connections will help you through your residency. Number 11. Fear is not knowing what to expect, but expecting it nonetheless. So if you're not feeling some degree of fear right now, something's wrong with you. Number 10. Seek a spark, as it is essential. For some of you, it may be a challenging surgery, while for others, it may be building a differential diagnosis on a puzzling patient. Notice what recharges you and seek it out. Number 9. The primary point of amassing knowledge is not to be a great talker, but to be a great listener. Number 8. Hang in there. No matter how hard you try, sometimes you'll fail. Number 7. Step back and realize how totally amazing your job is. Number 6. Don't let the place you start dictate where you finish. Number 5. Now, this is a good one. So if your attending physician gives you an answer that seems wishy-washy, it's because they don't know the answer. Number 4. Some medicines can be found in a solution, but not all solutions can be found in medicine. Number 3. Physical activity is good for you, But keep in mind, the following activities do not count as exercise: jumping to conclusions, running around in circles, and putting your foot in your mouth. Number 2, just because your patients can't read your handwriting does not mean that they cannot read your expressions. And number 1, live for today, because in residency, as in life, yesterday went by too fast and tomorrow comes too soon. Most importantly, work hard, take care of your patients, and take responsibility for your actions. This is by far what will get you through. But all of that is about tomorrow. Today is about you, your joy, your pride, and your achievements. I will end with a quote from another doctor who has taught a lot of us before we knew who Sir Osler was. Well, I'm talking about the good old Dr. Seuss, and here is what the good doctor had to say. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where to go. Thank you for listening to me one last time, and again, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Suneja. My name is Jane Miller, and I serve as Director of the Master in Medical Education program. It is a distinct honor to present to everyone this year's graduates of our program. The MME students receiving their degrees tonight bring the total number of graduates to 55, representing over 15 different departments or programs in the Carver College of Medicine. The MME program is one of the college's marks of distinction, dedicated to developing a community of academic medical faculty with formal training in education, committed to creating and sustaining a culture of educational excellence. This community of exemplary educators serves not only the Carver College of Medicine, but also UI Healthcare, the University of Iowa, and the medical education community at large. Lifelong learning through reflection is essential for physicians in clinical practice, as well as the educators who teach them. Fostering that lifelong learning is at the heart of the MME program and our educational mission. Congratulations to all of tonight's graduates.
President Harold, these candidates, having completed all of the requirements for the degree of Master in Medical Education, are recommended to you by the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine for the conferring of this degree.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on you the Master in Medical Education degree as qualified and designated.
Shilpa Balikai, Elizabeth Batchelor, Milena Gebska, Ilanka Milano de Pena, Sarah Schaefer, Hannah Zembruska.
President Harold, these candidates, having completed all the requirements for the degree of the Doctor of Medicine, are recommended to you by the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine for the conferring of this degree.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree of Doctor of Medicine as qualified and designated.
Dean Jackson, on behalf of the faculty and administration of the Carver College of Medicine, I present to you these graduates who have just been awarded the degree of Doctor of Medicine. If we were all together in person, they would now be presented with their doctoral hoods and diplomas. The shell of the hood matches the black material of the gown and is lined with the old gold color of the University of Iowa. The velvet border of the hood is indicative of medicine, which is traditionally represented by the color green.
Dr. Tyler Abarca, Dr. Avantha Ajarupi, Dr. Kyle Anderson, Dr. Armin Advik, Dr. Hadil Ayub, Dr. Stephanie Baldwin, Dr. Jonathan Birdsall, Dr. Jay Bloom, Dr. Philly Bogdanek, Dr. Derek Bradley, Dr. Gabriel Bowie, Dr. Kaylin Campbell, Dr. Franklin Kennedy, Dr. Kirsten Crew, Dr. Armando Cervantes, Dr. Sean Chen, Dr. Alan Choi, Dr. Jian Chu, Dr. Taylor Cox, Dr. Elijah Dahlstrom, Dr. Christina Damish, Dr. Jeffrey Daniels, Dr. Connor Dass, Dr. Stephen Davick, Dr. Nathan Davidson, Dr. Samuel Denoy, Dr. Nicholas Dimmenstein, Dr. Caitlin Durham, Dr. Demi Ebel, Dr. Mitchell Edwards, Dr. Sarah Eikenberry, Dr. Adam Airwood, Dr. Aaron Evans, Dr. Mackenzie Fassel, Dr. Charlotte Fedderson, Dr. Neuron Fellow, Dr. Tamara Flores, Dr. April Forsyth, Dr. Alexander Foster, Dr. Colin Foster, Dr. Caleb Fredrickson, Dr. Kendra Fry, Dr. Andrew Frederick, Dr. Julia Fround, Dr. Alexander Garza, Dr. Eleanor Germano, Dr. Joseph Jacalone, Dr. Joshua Godding, Dr. Harsh Goel, Dr. Andrew Goldstein, Dr. Anthony Goot, Dr. Alexander Graves, Dr. Matthew Grossman, Dr. Nancy Ha, Dr. Brent Henson, Dr. Cole Haskins, Dr. Victor Hatcher Jr., Dr. John Henstrom, Dr. Stein Henson, Dr. Grant James Harrington, Dr. Joseph Heineman, Dr. Lucille Howard, Dr. Philip Huang, Dr. Stephen Ilko, Dr. Colton Jensen, Dr. Jenna Johnson, Dr. Reed Johnson, Dr. Tarun Kadaru, Dr. Tarek Karman, Dr. Kevin Kavanaugh, Dr. Wahida Khan, Dr. Colin Kramer, Dr. Leah Lagaudai, Dr. Emily Larson, Dr. Jonathan Lensing, Dr. Tiffany Lim Borbin, Dr. Guang Hu Liu, Dr. Thomas Locke, Dr. Margaret Long, Dr. Margaret Mahafa, Dr. Anthony Mai, Dr. Sandhya Manali, Dr. Elizabeth Mann, Dr. Amanda Manarut, Dr. Rosalind Marar, Dr. Anthony Marakovich, Dr. Natalie Martin, Dr. Amanda McLearn-Mons, Dr. Allison Mathanitis, Dr. Joseph Metzger, Dr. Tanzay Metzger, Dr. Aaron Myers, Dr. Kylie Miller, Dr. Nicole Morrow, Dr. Marshall Moyer, Dr. Tricia Nelson, Dr. Nicole Nitschke, Dr. Alexander Novak, Dr. Erica Noyes, Dr. Hillary O'Brien, Dr. Sarah Ost, Dr. Samuel Orvis, Dr. Connor Parker, Dr. Aaron Pazaski, Dr. Kyle Peters, Dr. Olivia Pittman, Dr. Laura Quast, Dr. Rabat Rotbeck, Dr. Anthony Rauschenbach, Dr. Shandini Reddy, Dr. Aubrey Reese, Dr. Isaiah Reeves, Dr. Lee Rettenmeyer, Dr. Abby Ruwalt, Dr. Julia Richardson, Dr. Ruth Riedel, Dr. Edward Rojas, Dr. David Rudolph, Dr. Philip Ryan, Dr. Mohammed Salil, Dr. Vivian Sardone, Dr. Emma Shoemaker, Dr. Isaac Schwantes, Dr. Christine Schwartz, Dr. Morgan Sakon, Dr. Sean Sexton, Dr. Konda Sean, Dr. Kelsey Sheets, Dr. Isaac Sheffield, Dr. Danielle Schilling, Dr. Elizabeth Shirazi, Dr. Garrett Skinner, Dr. Aaron Steele, Dr. Daniel Stover, Dr. Nicholas Stoyles, Dr. Eleanor Sullivan, Dr. Katie Sumter, Dr. Benjamin Swart, Dr. Alexander Tereshchenko, Dr. Colin Thatcher, Dr. Sean Tompkins, Dr. Michael Torres, Dr. Alexander Traister, Dr. Amelia Underwood, Dr. Naomi Vather, Dr. Adam Visol, Dr. Brian Wall, Dr. Larry Welder, Dr. Jesse White, Dr. Aaron Wilson, Dr. Matthew Wilson, Dr. Daniel Wu, Dr. Sanam Zari, Dr. Anna Zhang.
I would now like to address the doctors of medicine as you have come upon a decisive moment in your development, and as a physician, you are about to recite the physician's oath, which is based on the oath of Hippocrates. While you took a very similar oath at the Carver College of Medicine White Coat ceremony a few years ago at the start of your medical education, and as you have honored that promise, the next few moments will set you apart from your medical school career. This oath is a symbol of your commitment to the healing arts and as an acknowledgement of your solemn duty to perform to the very best of your ability. I ask you to think very seriously about what the oath means, especially the importance it signifies to those you will serve in your role as a healthcare provider. As you commit to each paragraph, concentrate on the meaning of your vow and how you must see it through. Thus, acknowledging the magnitude of this ceremony, I now ask the Doctor of Medicine graduates to please rise. I'd also like to invite Nura Fellow, our student recipient of the 2020 Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award, to come forward to lead the graduates in reciting the physician's oath.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Please join me in reciting the oath. I do solemnly swear,
by that which I hold most sacred, that as I enter the profession of medicine,
my primary responsibility will always be toward my patients. I will regard my patients always
as fellow human beings and will do everything possible to preserve their dignity.
I will try to treat and prevent disease, maintain health,
and aid my patients in realizing their life's potential so far as is possible with the skills of medical science.
I will seek to inform my patients fully about their illnesses, and I will always remember that the final
decision regarding their own life rests with them. I will never knowingly
do a disservice, and I will do everything possible to preserve the privacy of my patients.
I will perform my professional role to the best of my ability,
but I will never hesitate to call upon the assistance of other physicians or health professionals when indicated.
I will try always to cooperate with my fellow professionals
and will seek actively to improve my profession and the service it delivers.
I will remember that I am a participating member in a larger community,
and as a trusted servant of that community, I share responsibility
for the planning of social policy towards constructive goals.
I pledge to continue to educate myself throughout my career
and continually to engage in a critical re-examination of myself
as a rational, emotional, and spiritual human being.
Class of 2020, congratulations. Our state and nation are fortunate to receive such bright, talented, and compassionate physicians, researchers, educators, and healthcare providers. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge some other very important people here with us. In addition to celebrating your accomplishments, commencements are also a time for us to express gratitude and appreciation to the parents, spouses, family members, and friends of tonight's graduates. You have helped make this journey possible with your love, support, and encouragement. We recognize this is a celebration for you as well. I would also like to recognize and extend my appreciation to our outstanding faculty members, many of whom are watching tonight to celebrate our new graduates. Thank you for your dedication and support as you have helped guide, nurture, and mentor this outstanding class of graduates. I wish each of you the very best as you embark on your future endeavors. If your career plans take you away from Iowa, please know you are always welcome and encouraged to come see us when you are back in town. And if you are staying here, we are very glad to have you. To formally conclude, I ask the graduates to please stand, and I ask the audience to join me in concluding these proceedings by saluting you with a round of applause.
$525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights and cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 journeys to plan, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man?
In truth that she learned, or in times that ye cried,
Bridges he burned, or the way that she died. It's time now to sing out, the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Remember the love.
You got to remember.
Remember the love.
You know that life is a gift from above.
Remember the love. Measuring love.
Measure your life in love.
Seasons of love. Seasons of
Measure your life in love.
Greetings, fellow graduates. I know what a momentous day and occasion this is for all of you. I also know that the degree you've earned will take you places that you never dreamed possible. That is what happened to me. It allowed me to have a great career in corporate America, co-author 2 books, and start a successful executive search practice in New York City. My University of Iowa education opened doors for me I never thought possible. You've most likely heard the expression, once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye, and it is true. As you stand on the brink of a multitude of possibilities, ready to begin a new adventure, I hope you will hold that mantra close to your heart. 20 years ago, I gave a commencement speech at the Henry B. Tippie College of Business, and the 3 messages I shared then still hold true today. Reflect, connect, and stretch. I hope that as you go through life, you will reflect on your days at Iowa. Make it a priority to connect to people you know and all over the globe will get to know. And always stretch yourself beyond what you believe is possible. I know that Iowa graduates across the globe are ready to support you on whatever path you choose. They're waiting to share their success stories, to hire you, and to mentor you. They are opening the doors of their alumni clubs and inviting you to join them in supporting your alma mater that launched your life's journey, the University of Iowa. No matter where we are on the map, Iowa alumni stay connected. We get involved, we give back, and we're always better when we work together. Please make it a priority to come back to campus as often as you can. I'm a New Yorker, but I did that. I came back to Iowa to serve on the University of Iowa Center for Advancement Board, a true honor to be at that table. And being connected to my fellow graduates has enriched my life in ways I never thought possible. So as you celebrate this momentous day and rite of passage and embark on a new relationship with the university, remember that you're a Hawkeye for life and that Hawkeyes change the world, as I know all of you will. Congratulations on your University of Iowa graduation and welcome to the alumni family. Go Hawks!
Forever a Hawkeye! Congratulations!
We're proud of you.
Proud of you.
Félicitations.
Medicine is all about connecting with people. Go Hawks!
Being a Hawkeye is all about the community, working hard, and of course, cheering loud. Go Hawks!
Hi, Connor. Your mom and I just wanted to send you a video and tell you how proud we are of your last 4 years and your accomplishment of medical school.
We wish you the best of luck as you start this new journey of residency. We love you dearly.
Congratulations, and we both love you.
Congratulations, Nicole Morrow.
On becoming a doctor.
We are so very proud of you, honey.
Continue to follow your dreams.
We love you.
Heartiest congratulations, Elle. Big love. Everyone is so happy for you, friends and family near and far. Can hardly wait for our road trip.
Hi, Philly. We're very proud of you in this great day for you.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
In the Graves family, you can go back as many generations as you want, and they'll never find a single physician until today. Congratulations, Dr. Alexandra Graves.
Love you, Alex.
I never doubted that this day would come, and I always believed in you, even when you didn't in yourself. I wish you the best on your new journey.